have Domingo, Victoria, Soyod, Cobb, Laksina, Soltones. Switch now really is Dina Wong starting for him, and with a podium finish here at the PVL. Soltones serves first for the Chargers. Now Tobino with a hit. Laksina going cross court. Ponce was there. Familiarity taking into play. Cobb chooses Laksina. That's going out.
Yes, it was outside. No block touch for Ivy Laksina, so the first point will go to the Flying Titans.
Serve coming from Royce. They go off to a quick hit. That's read well by Royce. Chargers looking for an answer here. They choose Ivy again, this time through the blockers. Cici was there. Dina goes up to Isa. She is denied. Dina goes up to Pecanya on the middle. Soyud on a tip. Oh, that works for Ellie.
That's right. Saktong-sakto lang sa likod ng blockers niya, though.
The thousands of hordes of crowds here that are watching this match as Akari leads by 2 now.
This ace, but if you're the Flying Titans now, you can't afford to start slow because Akari already has a 4-0 run.
Pecanya gets a block touch there. The tip coming from Molde. Off the block there was Ellie. Wong dumps it in, so Torres unable to manage that one.
That was actually a smart push by Dina Wong, targeting long ball of the Chargers.
Soyud now serves. They lead by 2. Ponce with a pickup. They go to Rondina. That's return there. Chance for Akari. So Tones from the back row. Cici is denied.
That was twice, actually. The first time she was denied, but the coverage was there. But during the second attempt, hindi na
for Choco Mucho. Picked up by Soltones. They go to a running set. Domingo who finds a spot right in the middle.
First slide attack for the Chargers. This one is very good because if you're Michelle Cobb, nakikita mo na blockers ng Flying Titans, hindi rin malalaman kung paano sila pupwesto for the block.
And that becomes a point for the Chargers as they lead as much as 4. Coach Dante recognizing the distance that Akari has set up here. Up by 7. Dina goes up to that quick. Nunag is denied. Wong chooses Cici. Cici gets that one through.
Akari Chargers. Grabe yung depensa din na pinakita ng Flying Titans.
Pushed in the inner parts of the court. They go up to Tobino from the middle.
First combination play from the Flying Titans.
Cici with that serve. That dump was denied there by Cherry. Soltones cross court. This is different from the strategy in game number 2. You would see like deeper cross hits. This time it's going a bit more angular, going towards zone 5.
That's right. Take a look at because I think they practice na yung mga sharp angles ni Soltones. Kaya naging ganun yung position ng defense nila whenever she goes for that open hit.
This time Ellie tries to answer. She's denied. She's been trying to look for a solid point here. She's denied again. That is stays alive. Tang goes up to Cici from the back row, but a solid block coming from Victoria.
But not much angle naman yung back row hit na yon ni Cici.
As Victoria now serves for Akari. Molde picked up there by Cams. On the other side, Laksina finding a spot there. Hinahabaan.
Well, nahihirapan sa mga sharp angles si Laksina. But, you know, if you have a good target, that's also good dahil nagkikiba yung pwesto ng defense.
This is the Myra point of the set. Braso nga ba yun?
Pero I think the ball hit the tape of the net as well. That's why it moved.
Running attack coming from Ortiz, who's been injected in this ball game. Soyud denied there, but the block goes out. Soyud has been tooling Molde. Molde, who has been known to be a prolific blocker.
That's right, but especially Akari now is in a 4-0 run.
They go up to Molde. She's denied. Wong getting that one over Laksina.
Actually, nagkabungguan pa sila doon ni Micah Ortiz. But,
will be serving coming from Nueva Vizcaya. That running Domingo was denied.
A good block. I think that was a double block from CC Rondina and Sherry Nunag. No.
That serve coming from Ortiz, challenged Akari, but Akari finds a decision with said Domingo.
Nako-convert nila into a point, which just means na naiiwan yung blockers ng Flying Titans.
Let's see what Choco Mucho will do. They go up to Sherry Nunag. They do their own version of a Be Quick.
As much as possible, if they have a good first ball, sato kay Dina Wong.
Now she serves. Pick up there by CC. Oh. Victoria on that miscue. On the other side, Tobino finding the line for the Chargers. Wong goes up to Tobino. That's good.
That's
for
right.
Soyud.
Hindi na hinayaan mag-set because kaya naman abutin yun ni Ellie Soyud dahil overball. But take a look at that.
Cobb continues to serve. They're at set point advantage. Wong goes up to that quick hit. That joust won by Victoria. They go up to Tobino, swiping it through. Ball still alive here. Sultanes off speed. Tobino. That is going to be a point for Akari.
Block na sumasabay sa mga attackers ng Chargers.
Quick hit coming from Victoria. Alba goes up to Rondina. Picked up there by Hazareno. Soyud popped up by Alba. Molde, she's denied. Ball is still alive. Great hustle coming from the Titans. Chargers tip that over. Alba goes up to Tobino off speed. Long rally we have here to start the second set, but it closes out with Gretzel Sultanes.
That this conference proved that everyone is really invested in the team, really taking initiative to see how they can continue to improve. And that's exactly the culture they want to build with the Akari Chargers. But can this grit and teamwork be enough for them to shine bright in the podium?
All up to you kung paano ka makakakuha ng good serve.
Ortiz, vintage on that slide-like attack. A favor to their side as Ortiz serves. A running Domingo that has been unsolved.
That's right. Parang hindi pa nila. So if you're the back row defense, as much as possible, adjust na kagad doon.
A tighter second set, but as Gretzel Sultanes this time tries to answer, Rondina will try to answer back. Soyud from the back row. On the other side, they go to Tobino, popped up there by Soyud. Another long rally we have here. Sultanes getting that one through.
I think it was in between two blockers in Royce Tobino and Sherry Nunag. That was a good one from Greg Sultanes. Take a look at that again.
As we look at your CC goes for that serve. Picked up by Ivy. Cobb underhand. Back row hit coming from Soyud. Tinayuan ni Alba. Isa with a swipe denied there by Cobb. Tobino. Oh, a solid block coming from Victoria.
So far, the blockings of the Akari Chargers working well for their spot. Take a look at that again.
This is your block. Cobb there for the serve that checks in.
Flip the line. Sakong-sako sa dulo ng court ng Flying Titans. Take a look.
Cobb continues to serve. Pick up there by Ponce. Oh! Now that's Arregalo.
5 points advantage. Oh no, 5-0 run so far for the Akari Chargers.
As we look at the Myra point of the set, brought to you by Myra. Be Vita.
May kita mo yon ngayon sa Flying Titans. Even nung first set.
5-point deficit. Molde trying to make it smaller, but the block has been in for the Chargers. Let's look at that again. Sultanes with 3 points in this ball game, all in attacks. Bump set to CC. CC trying to find the donut hole. It's over Doug. Ponce chooses Tubino. Tubino cross court. Read well by Cobb. Hazareno will play setter. Tang picked that one up. Mendez giving up a chance ball. Sultanes was there. Ivy. Oh, finding a corner was Laksina.
I think we're seeing more attack points for the Akari Chargers.
That's going to be a successful challenge, unsuccessful challenge rather. But that's a good, successful call there for our first referee, Sassy. That hit coming from Mendez. The tip coming from Ellie on the other side. They go to Cici, who answers it with a tip. Ellie will try again, this time with more muscle. Alba going to Ortiz. Coverage was there, courtesy of Ortiz. Laksina off speed. Ball is still alive. Pinaraanan. Cici from the back row. Justine was there. Long rally we have here. This is familiarity again coming up to play. Tubino with more muscle. Gretzel was there. They go to Laksina. Off the hands of the blockers. Alba puts this one up for Mean. Off speed. Laksina was home. Oh, a miscue on the coverage.
But, you know, I think the proper mindset would be, this is your last chance, you know, to get a podium finish. So, kahit na gaano kakapagod.
Talking about a good finish, let's laud that short slide coming from Ortiz. Laksina getting that one through. This stays alive. Laksina again. Mendez was there. Rondina. Cobb goes up to Ivy. She's denied by Alba. They go to the other side because it has been troublesome on the left. The right becomes the solution. Back to a 6-point lead for the Chargers.
So that point will be given to the Flying Titans.
So that is a great call there coming from our first referee, Sassy. There's tickets in town because both the bronze match and the gold match have been very much may oomph eh. May yung float. Solid block from CC. Laksina finds the spots. Going cross court. Back to a 4-point lead in favor of the Chargers.
But credit that point also to the good coverage. But now kinukuha ng Fly Titans 1 point at a time, and they only need 3 points to tie this game.
Sultanes, this time she's denied. Make that 2, Paning, after that last sequence.
That's right. 2 points advantage na lang meron ang Akari Chargers.
Down by 2. Trying to play catch-up here. Alba with 3 excellent sets. Serves. That's straight to Juanco. Off speed, off the block there was Bustillo. Chance ball coming from Mars. They go up to Sultanes. That gets into the line.
There was actually a triple substitution on the side of the Akari Chargers. Juanco, Bustillo, and Camille Cal already inside the court. Now take a look. So the point will go to the Flying Titans. We're tied at 20.
Oh, solid block there. Another solid block coming from Tubino this time. And that closes things out and gives the lead to the Titans.
Blocking is working well for the Flying Titans. They are now at 5-1.
There by Sultanes. They go up to Gretzel. Cal goes to Gretzel again. Dia was there. They go up to CC off the blockers. Nobody home for coverage.
6-1 run now for the Choco Mucho Flying Titans. This is the first time na lumamang sila sa scoreboard. They're up by...
Choco Mucho now on top as Rondina serves. Juanco for the pickup. Victoria checking that off the hands of Che Lunag.
A much needed point for the Akari Chargers. One of the better servers for the Chargers.
Cobb with that serve picked up there by Tang. Over received. A great anticipation coming from Sultanes, starting the ball game at 22. 22 all. Cobb with that serve straight to her co-captain on the other side. Tubino with an answer.
Targeting zone 6. It was a long ball for Lois Tubino.
Sultones with that serve. Alba goes up to that short run by Ortiz. Do they get a check? No go, says the referee. Wong with that serve. They go up to Soyud. Oh, that swipes into the arms of Dina.
Right away, and have a tighter coverage because this is a tall and strong front line for the Chargers.
Victoria with that serve. Oh! What a time to get an ace there. Throughout the conference, it has been a long conference, and it has been...
Followed by CC Rondina, 6 points, and Micah Ortiz, 4 points. So for this third set, Mayan Bendres will start for the Flying Titans, but the same lineup here for the Akari Chargers, and they got the first point. First point pa lang nag-challenge na kagad dito si Coach Taka. So he knows that this is a very important set then for them, and they will expect na babawi dito ang Flying Titans.
And now we see this hit coming from Ortiz. The tip coming from Soyud. They go up to Rondina, picked up there by Laksina. Alba's there for coverage. Alba will be a spiker this time. Hazareno read that well. Laksina again. Long rally we have here. Let's see who will be able to close this out. Rondina finding the line at the corner.
Facing cross-court but targeting down the line. That's a CC Rondina special. Na Akari Chargers.
1-1. Oh, Soyud. Turned back there by CC Rondina. As we look at this again, this block of the set.
What the Titans are capable of, especially in the end. So it's now or never. Let's check in back into this game. Back to you.
Thank you so much for that, Sam. We're tied at 3 here during that scramble, but now the Chargers lead by 1 as we look at the spike of the set.
Well, actually, we keep on mentioning the season is for 6 months, and then yung games natin, itong series na to is played every other day. So it will really take a toll on all of the teams. But
all the 4 teams that are here.
That's right.
This, let's see if they'll be able to execute that one, as the Chargers are 3 points ahead. That's off the block there for the Titans. Laksina getting that off the hands of Ponce. Get your tickets now on www.ticketmax.ph or watch it on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Very exciting.
Back-to-back service errors for the Chargers.
So they're looking for their groove in the service line as Domingo really finds a spot there. That running is really unstoppable for Sed. As we look at this again, this is your Myra point of the set, brought to you by Myra. It's not impossible, but if there's a time to do it, it's now. Tobino with that serve. They go up to Victoria. Alba chooses Molde. Hazareno was there. Cobb goes up to Sultones. Chance ball from Choco Mucho. Let's see what the Chargers do. They go to Sultones off speed, right behind the blockers.
Ngayon na lang ulit nakapag-drop ball. Chargers, especially Gretchen Sultones, really good target, and they're right behind her blockers. The defense of the Flying Titans waiting for a strong hit from her.
Serve coming from Isa, that was tough. Soyud getting that through the blockers. Coverage unavailable for the Flying Titans.
But dun din nanalo sa second set yung Akari Chargers. They used their strength in serves.
That has been also the key in the last 2 sets. That's picked up there by Sultones. That hit from CC. Laksina on the other side. The dump. Getting creative there where the Titans. Soyud off the block. Setup goes to Rondina. Picked up there by Sultones. They're looking for a catch and throw. Sassy does not react, but Rondina closes things up.
Again, CC targeting down the line. Chargers a good target
That
for
fake
CC.
is difficult to do. Would see that sometimes from you before.
That was before, 2 years ago.
Laksina. Victoria for that serve. Rondina was there. They go up to CC. Oh, great blocking here by the Chargers. The white shirts have been very solid on net defense.
So, bantay na ni Ellie yung down the line. Nowhere to go for her.
Risky. Very risky serves. To extend this. Serve coming from Alba. Cobb goes up to Soyod. Better coverage there for the Titans. They go up to Rondina from the middle. Soltones was there. Ivy denied. Ellie will try. Oh, that push works for...
Let's take a look at this replay first. Is there a block touch?
Of Isa Molde. That is Lola Lina. Thank you for joining us here, Lola. And of course, she's hoping for the Titans to make a run here.
For the Chargers.
CC with 11 points in this match. Cobb going to that running Domingo. Coverage came from Domingo. The tip coming from Ivy. She was denied by the fingertips of Nunag.
Too soft yung...
Mga sweet girls natin for today. They go up to Tubino on the right side. Hazareno was there for coverage. Cobb goes up to Laksina, who finds an angle.
What an angle from Laksina.
This time. Pick up by Tang. Mars goes up to Isa off the blockers, but that checks into their side of the court. Serve coming from Laksina, picked up there by Ponce. They go up to Tubino, who gets that through the blockers.
That will give a 4 points advantage for the Akari Chargers. You saw Guanco a while ago.
Dina goes for his serve, for her serve. Gretzel off the hands of the blockers.
Oh, good stretch from CC.
Cheng will try. Oh! That's going to be motivational. That can be inspiring.
Take a look at that save from CC Rondina. Cheng off the bench, getting her first point of the match.
Oh, but an answer coming from Victoria. Pick up there by Soltones. They go up to Soyod. Off the blockers was Ellie.
For the Akari Chargers, they're up by 4 points.
Soltones with that serve. Wong goes up to Rondina. Oh, that's a point for Choco Mucho. Hazareno with a chance ball. Molde with that pickup. Wong goes up to Rondina.
Titans. And that's a 3-0 run for their squad now.
Lut with a tough serve. Soyod getting at the through. That was kept alive by Dina, but they're unable to sustain it at the side of Choco Mucho. Victoria to serve. Pick up there by Molde. Dina on a miscue. Victoria will adjust. Laksina. Oh. Match point advantage for the Bronze. Serve now is Victoria. Rondina for that pickup. Wong goes to CC. And Choco Mucho is still alive.
She said not yet. Extended set once again. Where will Michelle Cobb go?
Soyod closes it out. That was too hot to handle for Tang Ponce.
But one more chance here for the Flying Titans.
She's serving for the bronze medal. That's picked up by Ponce. Mars goes up to CC. Pick up by Gretzel. They go up to Ivy. Tang was there. Oh! And that's it! The Chargers get the bronze!
Part of the previous 2 sets, it was just not enough to get a set and to close this game.
And this Panalo Play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult, everyday okay. Congratulations to Akari and the rest of the Chargers.